3 secrets to closing your first deal fast. This information is not for you if you've already closed your first real estate investing and/or wholesaling deal. It's also not designed for you if I have to sell you on how lucrative real estate investing and wholesaling is. But this information will save you $50,000 plus instantly. With that being said, if you're one of the hundreds of thousands of wannabes who know all the theory on how real estate investing and wholesaling works, but yet can't get to closing your first deal, pay attention. Let me share the 3 secrets with you on how to do that. If you can close your first deal, you can close the next, and for the rest of your life. If you're struggling to close your next deal, you should pay attention too. But before I share the 3 secrets with you, there are 3 myths that you've probably believed in, blocking your blessings and hindering you from closing deals. Obviously, if you can't close your first deal, you can't get to the rest of the deals for the rest of your life. If you're one of the many newbies and hustlers in the game, you're struggling, hustling with no results to show, feeling stranded and frustrated, and getting ready to throw in the towel. It's the worst feeling in the world to see testimonials and success stories of people closing deals from time to time, but you can't seem to figure it out. Maybe you've even gotten very close at times, but the deal always falls apart. I know that feeling. It sucks. My name is Ola Tux Abitogun. I've closed millions of dollars in real estate transactions since 2005. I'm the author of Smart Real Estate Wholesaling and Real Estate Money Secrets. There's a 99% chance you've also subscribed to these 3 myths like most people. The 3 myths that will block you from closing your first deal. Myth number 1, hustle. The simple fact is that hustle is not enough to get you to your first closed deal. In fact, it can blind you completely from opportunities when you approach real estate primarily as a game of hustle. I too believe in hard work because sometimes that's how you discover smarter and more efficient and effective ways of closing more deals. However, some gurus have religionized hustle, and most people that follow that basically have blinders on that will only create frustration eventually. So for every year that you hustle with no results, you've burned through hundreds of thousands of dollars in gas, car brakes, letters, seminars, hope, and good old frustration. If you're like most people that are driving for dollars, you can relate. Basically, you have to get lucky. I can't even front. Luck is a valuable part of life and business, but it's a horrible business strategy, and hustle is probably the least productive resource in business, especially over time. The idea is to come up with smarter and smarter systems as time goes on in the business. The idea that hustle is what you need to close your first deal is a myth for most people and you. It will only create frustration and resentments towards the profession of real estate investing and wholesaling. That's when you see people turn around and say it doesn't work. Myth number 2, knowledge. Every time I turn around on social media, I see a newbie answering a newbie and educating another newbie. There are too many people who know all the textbook theory, but they are not closing deals. You will see them on the groups answering, commenting, hailing the gurus, but they haven't even closed a single deal. Some of them have paid upwards of $40,000 for seminars, while thousands of them have watched over 40,000 in YouTube hours trying to figure it out. Maybe that's you. You have the knowledge, but it's not translating to deals, revenue, and income. You know all about finding motivated sellers, building a buyers list, subject to deals, seller financing, and all the big terminologies, but you have not closed your first deal. Knowledge is a myth. This is especially true because technology is always evolving. Therefore, how leads, that means how deals are sourced, are generated, is always evolving. Knowledge becomes obsolete fast. Myth number 3, consistency. While consistency is a vital part of the formula to generating leads of motivated sellers, trying to be consistent, it's often a losing battle. Consistency is one of the hardest things for humans to achieve, especially when a paycheck is not attached to it on next Friday. More so, consistency is not a secret. We all know that we need to be consistent in playing our part, but as humans, we're simply not equipped to be consistent. It gets boring because of distractions everywhere and the shining object syndrome. Every time I turn around, there's a new app being launched by the gurus that will get most people nowhere. That makes the focus on consistency the source of frustration for many newbies. So to recap, the idea that hustle, knowledge, and consistency will be enough to get your first deal closed is a myth. Most don't realize that until after years of struggling and frustration. With that being said, we can now dive into the 3 secrets to closing your first deal fast. Secret number 1, partnership. I completely stumbled into this secret after struggling for 8 months in real estate. After paying $3,000 for a course back in December 2004, I started spending money on marketing and seminars for another 8 months before I discovered a tip from the course. That tip led to one thing, and that one thing led to another, and I ended up being introduced to a guy called Anthony, who was killing it in the game. He offered me partnership with him, and the rest, as they say, is history. To find an experienced investor and wholesaler to partner with you in operations, starting from marketing all the way to closing deals, can be very hard. It's very hard for obvious reasons. They don't want you to waste their time. But if you can get lucky and make this happen, you will jump through 100,000 plus in hours and dollars of struggle. One of the biggest mistakes I made at the beginning of my real estate career is trying to be a one-man business. It made things unnecessarily a lot harder than it needed to be. Today I realize I was completely delusional because after all, I have never closed a single deal that didn't involve other people getting paid anyway. Since 2005, from the closing attorney to agents to bankers. If that's the case, why not just create a system that acknowledges and leverages partnerships and joint venture as a given? Collaborations, partnerships, joint venture in marketing especially is key secret to getting your first deal closed on a smooth ride. Secret number 2, mentorship. Within 3 months of joining forces with Anthony, I closed my first deal by myself simply because I had gained some experience quickly by being around him and leveraging his mentorship. In the next 2 months that followed, I closed my second, third, and fourth deal in partnership with him while continuing to gain massive experience and mentorship from him. Not only did I learn what to do from him, over the years I also learned what not to do. While you can leverage partnership with other newbies in the game, you can't learn anything. Mistakes are also inevitable and much more costly in that type of partnership as well. It can't hurt to partner with others, no matter how new they are. But when you find a mentor to partner with, you also get to leverage mentorship and wealth of experience. Experience is always the best source of education. Secret number 3, positioning for consistency. Earlier, we busted the myth of consistency together, right? We made it clear that while consistency is important, it's virtually impossible for most humans to achieve it based on just desire. But with positioning, that narrative can change quickly. Most newbies just want to find out that one marketing strategy that their favorite guru uses to generate leads of motivated sellers. Then after trying it, they realize that they are not equipped enough to be consistent with the strategy. They either run out of money, time, or patience. With driving for dollars, most people run out of patience. With cold calling, most people run out of time and or money and or patience. With direct mailing, most people run out of money and or patience. With door knocking, most people run out of patience. With bandit signs, most people run out of confidence that the city won't issue a $1,500 violation ticket. Honestly, all these marketing strategies will work at some point. But the question is, can you be consistent enough to wait confidently till that point? Sadly, with these ancient strategies, you are not positioned for consistency as you will run out of the resources sooner than closing your first deal, aka quit. The third secret of positioning for consistency can only be achieved when you can afford to have the closing of your first deal as the ultimatum, time or money wise. That's only possible with Facebook marketing. You can spend as low as $5 per day or $150 per month on marketing to 500 plus targeted audience. You're positioned for consistency because you don't have to worry about breaking the bank or running out of time. This is true because you can set and forget it while patiently waiting to close your first deal, and then you can scale up on marketing as needed. Outside of the time it takes to set it up, You don't need additional time, unlike all the other strategies that the gurus are still selling at $25,000 to $40,000, by the way. Today's technology, such as Facebook marketing, positions you for the required consistency you need to succeed in real estate investing and wholesaling. I hope you took notes. To recap, here are the 3 secrets to get closer and faster to closing your first deal. Secret number 1, partnership. Secret number 2, mentorship. Secret number 3, positioning for consistency. If you can get this together, it's impossible to fail. While it's possible to still win through the school of hard knocks, there is an unbelievably higher chance that you will get frustrated before you close your first deal. With your permission, allow me to share an offer with you to solve the problem of not having these 3 secrets executed and covered once and for all in your journey. Is that okay? Alright, it's not cheap, but it's definitely cheaper than trying to execute these secrets on your own. Yes, there is a chance that you can figure it out on your own, and I will applaud you all the way to the bank if you can. I am opening a few spots, less than 10 spots, in our advertising partnership network, A.P.N. The 3 secrets are executed and covered by joining the network for sure, and that's more than $10,000 in value alone. In addition to mentorship and leveraging our more than a decade of experience, we will manage your Facebook campaign for you, and we only get paid when you close your deals with us in a 50-50 partnership joint venture. Facebook marketing management value is $1,000 per month. That's completely waived. We will do it for you for free because we have invested interest in closing your deals. It's important to note that you as an entrepreneur gets paid for getting things done and not doing things. If you know you don't have the time, this done for you offer will be a great fit for you as opposed to the popular doing it yourself DIY. So after your first deal, you can continue to work with us if you want, or you can always choose to take over on your own. Not only would you have closed your first deal, you would have gained massive experience. The gurus are still teaching seminars at $40,000, right? Facebook marketing is still very new in real estate professional world. So why wait for competition when you can start dominating right now? Once the gurus start setting up 3-day seminars to learn Facebook marketing for investors, you can expect it to cost $25,000 to $40,000. Why? Because it's actually a cheaper and more effective and efficient marketing strategy. Engaging the wrong Asian strategy will cost you $1,000 to $3,000 per month. If you multiply that by 12 months, that will be $12,000 to $36,000 with the possibility of not closing a single deal, breaking the bank, frustrating you, your spouse, and your family after wiping your life savings out. I hear horrible stories like this every day. Hopefully, that's not already you. As additional bonus for joining A.P.N, you will also get the free lifetime access to our flagship 3 Pillars membership. With this, you will have lifetime access to ongoing recordings looking over our shoulder as we set up new Facebook marketing campaigns. So even though we are setting this up for you, you will gain the knowledge of how to do it on your own in case you decide to do that later. You will get to choose what zip codes you want to target. Personally, I think everyone should start in their backyard. Plus, you will be our sole partner in your local area. In other words, we will protect that area for you, and we would not admit anyone else into the network for that area for as long as you're an active member of the network. It's an unfair advantage. Here's what you will have access to: executed 3 secrets, that's over $10,000 waived; Facebook campaign management value, over $1,000 per month waived; education and seminar on how to do this. You can save $25,000 to $40,000 by getting started today; free lifetime access to our flagship 3 Pillars membership, that costs you $300 normally, that's waived; monthly on-demand analytics if you want, that's $1,000 per month, completely waived; nationwide network, you basically have access to our network of buyers and our resources, $297 per month waived; old school marketing strategies, you don't have to do that. You can save $12,000 to $36,000 per month. The total value of joining A.P.N is $47,000 to $86,000 plus an additional monthly cost of $2,300 per month with no hopes of even closing your first deal. If you don't believe me, simply consider how much time you've probably wasted trying to figure this real estate game out. If you value your time, this enumerated value will make sense to you as a conservative estimation of the cost of not joining the network today. However, I will not charge you $86,000, not even $47,000. If I charged $5,000 setup fee to join Advertising Partnership Network A.P.N, it's well worth it because it will save you years of frustration. All you have to worry about today is a one-time setup fee of $997. With that, you can choose your Facebook marketing budget of either $5 per day, $150 per month, or $10 per day, which is $300 per month, or $20 per day, which is $600 per month. Remember, the idea is to position your monthly marketing budget for consistency. We will manage the campaign for as long as you want without any additional fees. We will facilitate transactions from leads to close deals for you, and we make money together 50-50 for as long as you want. It's win-win-win. It's basically a $50,000 value exchange for $997 today, and then potentially closing deals together for as long as you want while getting mentored and gaining experience. The alternative is frustration out of the business. Click below or go to www.myempirepro.com/APN to get started. Got questions? You can call me directly at 732-309-3834.